everybody. I'd like to call this cheese board meeting to order. Okay, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us on this fun tour of Stepladder Ranch and Creamery. So if you've picked up your box already, you've opened it and you've discovered what is inside. What we have for this month's selection is we have marinated fromage blanc. This is a lactic cheese, meaning that it was made using acid rather than a rennet. And so that's a really delicious creamy cheese. It's preserved in olive oil that's local. It's from Paso Robles, local to Stepladder. There's a bay leaf and a chili in there, and I have some suggestions of how to use this when the oil, when it's done, or when the cheese is done, in the tasting notes that you'll have in your box. In addition, we have the Big Sur, which is one of those bloomy rind, kind of creamy, think foggy, gosh, what am I thinking? Humboldt fog. Triple cream. It's also lactic, which means again that you're raising the acidity of the milk to make it coagulate rather than using rennet. It's really lovely. I think it's a great breakfast cheese. We also have here Cabrillo. So at Stepladder, they raise goats, but they also use cow's milk in their cheese production, especially when the girls are kidding and they're focused on their babies at that time. So they're using cow's milk and goat's milk both in this Cabrillo. And it's kind of a Spanish style cheese. It reminds me texturally a little bit of a manchego. And I've had these cheeses sitting out for at least an hour, and I really think that's a really good way to bring your cheeses to temperature. That way you can really enjoy and savor. I like to take a little piece of cheese and press it to the roof of my mouth, kind of like a chocolate tasting. You let it just warm up and then let it just sit on your tongue for a little bit and think about what you're tasting. Give it a little chew. When you swallow it, think about what you're tasting afterwards. It's not unlike tasting wine, chocolate, anything that's a coffee, whatever you like to enjoy. The last cheese that we'll have in our box is called Paso Vino. Josh Rudolph, who is the owner, he and his wife Michelle own Stepladder Ranch and Creamery. He wanted to come up with something that was a little bit of an homage to the Drunken Goat, the Spanish cheese. Now this has both cow's milk and goat's milk in it. He was also shooting for another manchego-like in texture. I think it's lovely. He uses a Syrah, Petite Syrah blend that is made especially for them, so it's a little bit darker, a little bit inkier, a little bit more concentrated, and he gives the cheese a bath. It's 48 hours that they soak the cheese after it's pressed before it's aged, and just lets it get that really beautiful color. And I really, as it warmed up, I could really taste the nuance of the Syrah on the rind. It was really delicious. And in that box, I put some of our homemade strawberry jam. We use Blue Sky Organic strawberries to make that. I think it's a beautiful pairing with the fromage blanc, the Big Sur. Actually, I think it'd go well with any of these cheeses, but I especially liked it with the fromage blanc. I have black pepper crackers that we made also in the box to go with the fromage blanc and the strawberry jam. I thought it was a nice pairing. Some almonds, dried apricots, really beautiful with the Cabrillo, also with the Paso Vino. And these green za'atar crackers, a little bit heavy on thyme, is really, really nice with the Cabrillo. Actually, I think just do your own combinations and see what works for you. But first taste the cheeses without anything else, okay? Just give each cheese a little taste and see what you think before you combine them with other flavors. Thinking about wine pairings, I think that for me, the fromage blanc was really lovely with either a sparkling or a still rosé. This is Dos Cabezas. This is their pink wine that's carbonated. They also have it in still, and that was really great with the fromage blanc. Also nice with the Big Sur. A cava would be really beautiful too with that fromage blanc. And then also we have a nice dry Riesling that would also go well with the fromage blanc. It'd be nice too with that Big Sur. And for the harder cheeses, the Cabrillo and the Paso Vino, we have a Gamay, so we have a Beaujolais here. And we also have a Carignan. And if you're a wine club member at ODV, this is one of your wine club wines. So try that Carignan with the Cabrillo, taste it perhaps with the Paso Vino, and that will just be a really nice accompaniment to that. I think the fun thing about cheese and wine, it's really left to what we enjoy and what we love, and there's no right or wrong, it's just enjoy. And these are wonderful things to have in life, and I think it was Anthony Bourdain who said something about only a romantic invests in cheese and wine. Thanks for being romantics like me. This meeting is adjourned.